National nights, VIP visits, and pre-Columbian parties. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, October 6th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. National Night Out is a community building event that was started 40 years ago. It seemed like this year rain might put a literal damper on the proceedings, but Stafford proved you can't keep a good idea down.
Hi, I'm Officer Shanklin McCartney with the Stafford Police Department. National Night Out stands as a time to reflect on our deep community ties and the obligation we have to each other. It's a chance to bring neighborhoods together with the men and women who protect them. The safety of our community depends on both law enforcement and the neighbors they serve. The National Night Out enhances that cooperation.
Hi, Virginia Rose says I'm here at the Dove Country National Night Out with our host Joe and Phyllis Merchant. And this is a night where you get to interact with police and fire department, meet your neighbors. It's been a long-standing tradition. We're having a good day today. It rained earlier, but the weather cleared up. So we're here celebrating and meeting our neighbors that we know and the new neighbors that have come along. And it's just a great opportunity to come out and relax and enjoy the evening. So this is just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for everybody to come out, join as a community, and get to know your neighbors. Even though they're not next door, they might be across the subdivision, but this is where this happens in this evening.
The police department, fire department is one of the biggest part of this community, okay? We have to protect the fire department and the police department just like they protect us. Myself personally, my wife, I'm sure, we got the police department's back just like they got our back. We got the fire department back just like they got our back. We call, they come, and anytime they come, they got the results.
I think that the relationship between the police and, between the community and the police department is very important, because some nights, some have come here from the police department and have told us what was going on in the community that we were not aware of. And so that enlightened us to some things, whether it be burglaries or cars on the rise or homes or whatever. But that's one thing that I think there's a communication between us, and it's been there for a pretty good while. The fire department, they have responded whenever needed in this community quite rapidly, and so have the police. And so we are very proud to have a relationship between the two of them, and each have serviced the community as best as I know very well, and especially the police department. We call on them more, I understand that, but when we ask them about something, they are on it.
So it's very important for the police department, one, because like a Stafford Police Department, we're a community-oriented police department, and so we believe in putting our community first, and it's very important that the officers get out, meet the community members, and the community members get an opportunity to meet the officers. So, Stafford's not huge. We're 7 square miles, and I tell the officers all the time, I don't expect you to know every citizen's name, but we're not so big that the citizens shouldn't know your name. There's only 67 of us. So you need to get out there and get to know the community and build our community relations and go forward with it like that.
In a budget year best described as distressing, SMSD schools are looking for help wherever they can find it. Enter the Eli Lilly Company and its Global Day of Service.
So on Thursday, September the 28th, we had team members from Eli Lilly and Company that came to the campus to celebrate their Global Day of Service with us. One of the directors of the company, Ms. Delana Guest, reached out to us and said that they had selected Stafford ECC as their site for service, and we were super excited. Over 30 team members came to the campus to offer their service and completing things such as wiping down our tables in the classrooms and throughout the building. They helped create posters for our upcoming Custodial Appreciation Day. They assembled chairs and carts. They made goodie bags. They helped us prepare our red ribbon packets for teachers. Just anything that we asked them to do, sorting supplies, helping us clear the stage that had boxes still on there from the beginning of school year and backpacks. Anything we asked them to do, they happily committed to accomplishing the task and getting it done.
Well, Eli Lilly is a pharmaceutical company. We do research and development to bring groundbreaking medicines to the communities to help patients live healthier and longer lives. The Lilly Global Day of Service is a day that our organization actually shuts down in our headquarters city of Indianapolis, Indiana, and all of our Lilly colleagues disperse throughout the community to support the community through different organizations and different charitable efforts. Here in the Houston area, we have 2 days that we're doing that to make it feasible for all of our teams here. So today we have decided to support Ms. Twyla Hines and her campus with any projects that we could help them with here today.
Ms. Guest, as well as all of the team members, continue to reiterate that this was a day nationwide that the company really focused on giving back to the community. And they all came in their Eli Lilly shirts. They were in red, and they said it was Go Red Day, and where they really put their best foot forward in showing just what coming together and working collaboratively could do to help agencies like ours, the school, be successful. And we truly, truly appreciated it.
So one of the challenges that we had, because we brought 3 of our teams together, we had about 35 with the team today. And so we found it very challenging to get with other organizations. They couldn't accommodate the size group that we have. I have in the past done some work with Ms. Hines and with this campus. And so I told her what we were trying to get done, what we were trying to do. And she said, I'd gladly take on all 35 of you. So this is where we ended up. And particularly with the STEM lab that's here. So because we are a scientific company, that kind of fell in our wheelhouse. So we wanted to make sure we were able to support her in that endeavor. Now, we just want to thank you all for the opportunity to come and serve today. It's always our hope and our desire to serve in the communities in which we work and live. So it's not just about what we bring to the community through our organization as Eli Lilly with groundbreaking medicines, but also what we can do to help our communities thrive and to get better.
Honoring AI next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one. We are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
Houston Community College now has a 4-year degree program in artificial intelligence. And when its students won 2 prestigious awards, the CEO of Intel took notice and paid a visit.
HCC is being recognized as a leader in AI education among all community colleges in the country. We were so honored today, as a result of that, to have been visited by the CEO of Intel, Pat Gelsinger.
He really wanted to hear from our students because they won a global AI impact competition last year. So one team won the global competition, another team won the nationals. So to have a double whammy for a school like HCC was really caught his attention. So he wanted to see it in action. He wanted to come see our labs, and for us it was extraordinary. We got to tell him our story, tell him what we're building here, the ecosystem that's really flourishing between our student body and the faculty and the labs and our mission. And so for us, it goes such a long way to have an advocate for us at his level across the US.
Winning the global award from Intel was actually something we were very surprised with, considering our intention for it wasn't the use case we went with, but to be recognized for what we did in terms of building the project and our ambitions with the project, that took me by surprise, but it was definitely an honor to receive something of that caliber. Being able to present to the CEO of Intel was something I don't think I would have ever imagined possible in terms of where I started from, but it was definitely a humbling experience because it shows me that as the head of a company, you are very much interested in the impact that students that are coming out of these community colleges with the education that we're pursuing, you're truly interested in what's being done here at this level. That shows a lot about not just your business, but your character as well, because as somebody who oversees that, your character forms the entire nature of your company.
What we're asking Pat to really advocate for is really for businesses to take a real hard look at what community colleges can bring to the table.
After graduating from the AI program, a lot of companies that I either applied for or were talking with had never seen an AI degree on a resume, so it kind of perked their ears up and they were willing to listen to what I had to say, and with all the things that we've done here at HCC and all the initiatives we've put together and projects, they were willing to take a chance on a community college student, which I know a lot of companies are not willing to do. So I was glad the company that I work for, Computer Aid Incorporated, was willing to do that. I think this program is really going to prepare students long term to succeed. Being able to apply the technology and be hands-on with it is what separates them from most traditional universities that you go and get the bachelor's, but you're still trying to figure out where you're going to land that next job once you graduate.
With the diversity that he saw at HCC and the team spirit and the hunger, the resiliency of our students, he really saw what it is that we're doing and that we are the heartbeat of the nation.
Old-fashioned dancing. Next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
Hispanic Heritage Month is September 15th through October 15th. And halfway through that, Fort Bend County Library celebrated with a group whose origins predate even the concept of Mexico, with the Danza Azteca Splendor.
Today we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with the Calmacac Indigenous Organization. They are a group that has been practicing traditional indigenous Mexica culture, dance, customs, history, philosophy for over 20 years. And traditionally, these kinds of rituals, dances, and customs are kept private. So we are very grateful for them to share their history and culture with us today publicly.
Our organization started, my children and I founded it over 10 years ago. It was a vision that we followed coming out of a sacred ceremonial space up in Lakota territory of working with the youth. And when we saw it at first, we didn't know that we were going to become public again because we had taken a 4-year hiatus. So we took about 2 years of training again, and after the 2 years, we started forming Kalmekak Tonansing Yolilitsyo. Those words are the house of the school of Mother Earth resurrecting. And so everybody that comes to learn these traditions, they're not actually inside of a direct lineage of a form, but it's a conglomerate of all the teachings that we've acquired as a family for the last 25 years. My eldest son you saw on the drum, he's 25. My son that was leading is 22, and I have a 17, almost 18-year-old daughter. I raised all 3 of them in the Native American traditions across the United States of medicine peyote ceremonies, so we're part of Native American Church. We also have been a part of the sweat lodge traditions, which go back to Sundance in the north and Moon Dance in the south. So we're traditional Chanupa pipe carriers, and we are carrying all of these things back with us to Houston and the surrounding areas like Richmond, and we're teaching the people about how vast our traditions are, how alive they are in modern society, even though we all live in urban spaces. So we make it easy and digestible for people instead of them having to travel to a foreign space or country or even a reservation around the United States, and they can participate in our dance, or they can watch us, or if they want to take a step further and grow with us, they can come into the city and learn, because we're just north of downtown. And so we have been running sweat lodges for 15 years as a family. We've been running peyote ceremonies for 10 years. This is our 3rd year of the moon dance known as Danza de la Luna that I was given the right to carry from Mexico, and my family and my husband and I, we're all sun dancers from the Lakota territory. So we're really not just performance artists. We've learned how to carry these things in our everyday life. So
now, just like running, when we dance, we like to put our arms out. So put your arms out and imagine your eagles, your hawks, your owls, your butterflies, your hummingbirds. All right, so get your wings out, and we're gonna sing the Aguila song for the eagles, and it's gonna be asking all of our children to be strong and fly high, just like the eagle, the legal symbol of the United States. They knew what they were doing because Grandfather Eagle has always overseen the land and the law of the land. Volemos como águilas, volando muy alto, volando hasta el sol. We fly like the eagles, we fly like the eagles.
The form you saw, because there were some questions about that, it's Danza Azteca Esplendor, which was brought over to the United States over 50 years ago. And the tradition comes from Tacuba, Mexico City area. The dances resurged between the late 1700s and the early 1800s after the Spanish took over the land. The families kept it quiet through the conchero tradition, and it went from grandparents to children to grandchildren and on, and that's what we see prevalent today throughout Mexico and also the United States. So we are part of the system or the network of dancers that come from the West Coast that practice Danza Azteca Esplendor or Danza Mexica. So our tradition is called the Mexicayot. So for people that were wondering, like, oh, is this affiliated with the church? Or is this Matachines? No, it's not. This is something that was preserved before that. So we're part of that lineage of people and growth coming out of Mexico City.
The importance of Hispanic Heritage Month, which goes from September 15th through October 15th, is to celebrate our culture, our diversity, and especially our heritage. And by inviting the Kalmukak Indigenous Organization, we're hoping to explore more into our pre-Columbian indigenous history and culture and dig deep into the past.
that's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.